What didn't you know you did wrong until you started living with a woman? Apparently I'm supposed to go to the doctor every now and then. Nah, just go once you're on brink of death. You laugh. But my appendix burst and I had sepsis for a few days until the uncontrollable shaking made me think I should probably go to the ER about this. The nurses later told me they thought they were looking at a walking dead man, and doctors/nurses/aides from across the hospital would regularly visit to see if I had died yet. I think they had a pool going. We don't make official bets, beauty, we make bets. Bed sheets. I used to cheap out, but pampering yourself in nice bed sheets makes it feel like you're staying at a fancy hotel every night. I read once that, since you spend a third of your life in your bed, it should be the one thing you never cheap out on. Doesn't mean the most expensive item, Paresi, but the best quality for you items. Bed, bed frame, comforters, sheets and pillows should make you feel comfortable, safe and warm. Don't like sheets on your feet? Splurge $15 and get one of those lift things. Always chilly? Get 3 or 4 different weight, shaped blankets. Get 2 electric ones if you want. Don't like pillows? It's okay to just have one. Just make it the best pillow for you. Like them? Get 35 of them. Want a giant tent? Get a pop-up or canopy bed and hang lights. Your bed area should be your happy rest up zone. Get one of those lift things. There are lift things? Show me them and take my money. I'm here for the lift things. I need to know WTF this is. Someone please deliver. The act of doing laundry is not 3 separate chores: washing, drying, folding and putting away. It is one chore and you either did it or not. OMG, I'm dying from laughing. I went away for a week and my husband said I have kept up on laundry. I came home to a mountain of clean laundry. I was not impressed. XGF would do that and pile it up on her bed and then sleep on it. That's really weird. You have to move it to the computer chair and then move it back on the morning when you need to sit. Me. Not having a trash can in the bathroom with a lid and a bin liner. A package of pads is also hugely appreciated. This right here. I used to live in a party house. The regulars were a mix of men and women, but only men ever lived at the house. We would keep just some variety pack of pads/tampons in the bathroom. Immediately got a thank you. But also, you have no trash can in there. At least they told you instead of flushing them. Pretty much how to take care of my hair and skin better. Also made me better at taking care of myself in general. For example, I put coconut oil in my hair before I go swimming. I learned this from a girlfriend I had in Hawaii. Apparently it helps seal moisture in as well as protect your hair from damage. Whatever it does, my hair gets softer, smoother and bigger after it dries. I swear it never looked so fabulous in my life. Edit. After reading some comments, I just want to clarify. It's not like a shampoo or styling product. You don't need that much. Too much going down the drains can mess up your pipes. So please don't pour goops of it over your head. I just rub a few drops between my hands and tousled my hair until it has a nice sheen. It's the perfect combo. The salt water makes it big and the oil makes it soft. So if people are having trouble with volume in their hair, they should wash it at home with salt water. You can buy salt spray for texture. The bucket of water after mopping shouldn't go on the sink. It should go on the toilet. Whoa, that's a really good idea. I thought this was common sense until my in-laws decided to pour a bucket of cleaning products in my flower bed. How did in-laws make it so far being a constant hazard? I'm convinced it's intentional at this point. Europeans that lived in a big city apartment their entire lives. I had no idea avoiding crying was actually a bad idea. You live, you learn. I'll add another crying related experience of mine free of charge. Crying is an insanely effective stress release. 1. Loading the dishwasher. 2. Folding towels. This just feels like someone's strong personal preference GBH. 3. Folding fitted sheets. Yeah. Totally thought this was bullshit until someone showed me it was possible. Damnedest thing. I've been reading the comments to see how long till I found the folding a fitted sheet wrong. You're the first to mention it, I believe, lol. How good it feels to keep my home organized and clean. After living with my now ex-wife for 6 years, I can't help but do deep cleans for my mental health. I really appreciate a solid vacuum cleaner. I feel better keeping wires off the floor. I'm proud of my under-sink collection of cleaners and spare sponges. Change out your dishwashing sponges regularly. I loaded up on 30 plus microfiber cloths from Home Depot, so I'm never without a way to clean up dust/messes. And I KonMari the S out of my belongings on a regular basis for great relief. /view 200D. Also I appreciate tissue boxes in every room, rugs next to the bed. Everything must have a home. Matching furniture has a subtle but powerful effect. Art on the walls does look nicer in frames. Even dirt cheap frames from Mikey. Hiding cords feels good, combined with easy access for inevitable fiddling. Taking out the trash feels as good as pooping at it. If you want to trick men into cleaning, or just level up your game, get a multi-pack of cleaning brush attachments for drills. I just got this and it's amazing. https://www.amazon.com/dp/b07sbv2g1s/ Not drying off in the shower before stepping on the bath mat, therefore minimizing how wet the bath mat gets. I wish my son would learn this. He seems to just get out of the shower with the water still running to maximize the soakage of my bath mat. My god. My husband does this and it drives me absolutely insane. Literally gets out with the water still running. Leaves water / everywhere. Get one of the bleeding bath mats to mess with him. It turns red when wet. There's an idea that I was damaging my pans by rinsing and soaking them right after using them. Now I just let them sit on the stove for a week, so they are nice and cool, before I might wash them. And that's how you get the special flavor. Seasoning. If it's a cast iron, it's a technical term instead of sarcasm. Giving her space while giving her affection. Apparently, when she says all she wants to do is sit down and watch her novelos in peace, she actually means she wants me to sit down with her, but not for too long. Just long enough. Is she a cat? Yes. Apparently one does not drink wine directly from the bottle. Look at Mr. Fancy getting his wine in a bottle. I get my wine from a box with a spigot in the fridge. You fancy lords. I drink my wine by licking the toes of French grape stepping youngsters, and I'm grateful for it. Licking toes? You were lucky. We got our wine by filtering the urine of the animals that got into the vineyard and eaten grapes. Can't just use towels for generic tasks. Specific towels have specific purposes. Failure to comply is sacrilege and punishable by immediate scolding. My GF has good rags that can only be used for certain things. A ripped up old t-shirt is a good rag. That makes some sense actually. An old torn up shirt is still a soft clean piece of fabric. Perfect for washing windows or dusting. But if you use it to wipe up motor oil one time, you can't really use it for anything else. A lot of them make sense. It's almost like there's a really organized system and a best way to do things in the home, which has been developed over thousands of years and passed down. If I could hug this comment and then carry it around on my shoulder through the world like a trophy I just won playing sports, I would. Folding towels. There is a right and proper way to fold them. So I learned the right way, but after a couple years, that way changed and I was back to square one. In my home, I have had 4 different right ways to fold towels. It all depended on the shelf size and shape. In my house the shelves in the linen closet are triangular, and now I have to fold my towels the same way you'd fold a flag. I didn't actually know how to communicate my feelings. Also, I learned how to give gifts that are meaningful. I'd like to acquire such knowledge too. Mind elaborating? If it's not too hard or time consuming to explain, I'll try to make this as short as possible. I never learned how to pay attention to, comprehend and express my feelings, especially the emotional gooey feely ones, but also when things would bother me, so I wouldn't work on things when they'd bother me. I'd just leave, as in the relationship. So through many years of ruining things, much heartache, and painful growth, she had the love and patience to not only see that there was potential in me, but also to not give up on me. I had the emotional tenderness of a brick basically. It took hitting rock bottom to understand that if I didn't learn to do those things, I'd lose the best thing that ever happened to me. If it wasn't for her, I'd be in a drunk in a ditch somewhere, probably alone. Now I'm only sometimes drunk, completely happy and in love in a functional relationship. She's basically a saint for putting up with me having been emotionally disabled. And the gift thing, well, there is joy in giving to others, and seeing how much happiness she would get from seeing people's reaction to gifts made me stop wanting to keep her from doing so. Stop being selfish and lean to take joy also in making my friends and loved ones happy about a thoughtful gift. I was an emotionally dysfunctional man. After living with her, I'm less like an actual porcupine and more like a plush toy porcupine. Wow, she really is a gem. Happy for you and good on you for actually changing. Apparently shampoo goes on the scalp and conditioner goes on the loose hair, not the other way around. Don't you just lather both on and scrub willy-nilly? That's what I thought. Guess we are both wrong. I've got longer hair than most men and I have no idea how you would control where shampoo/conditioner go unless your hair is down to your shoulders almost. I grew my hair out during the pandemic. That is the case. That my bed can't have just the one pillow. Apparently I need a million of them. My girlfriend roasted me for months because I only had 2 pillows. I finally added 2 really nice pillows, and the delight on her face was next level. I still use the one really shitty pillow I've always used. I started dating this guy right before COVID. Dude had 1 pillow and expected me to like squeeze in there, lol. My friend dated a guy who had 2 pillows, one for his head and one to put between his knees. So when she slept over, they would share the one head pillow because he wouldn't give up the knee pillow. I told this story for years, just as an anonymous guy my friend had dated, in an oh, men, haha, kind of way. Then one day I was telling the story and realized I was telling it to the guy who dates my other friend now and has been my friend this whole time. I immediately got very embarrassed and came clean halfway through the story, and he was like, oh yeah, that was me. And we all had a good laugh about it. He has more pillows now and a respectable bed setup. Hygiene. Before her, all I did was brush my teeth and shower daily. I watched this woman wake up earlier to do a whole skincare routine every day on top of showering and doing her makeup. Every inch of her always smelled so good and her skin so soft. I didn't even say anything about it. I just thought to myself, she does this, and I appreciate it. Let me repay the favor. We are not together anymore. But I stole her hygiene routine without her even knowing. My BF has been using my products lately. He didn't tell me, but I see his skin looks so much better, and he smells like roses and my products are finishing twice as fast. He's flossing now, and uses a tongue scraper. His time in the bathroom has doubled. I don't know why he is secretive about it, but I appreciate him taking care of himself. It costs me a bit of money, but I happily pay for the both of us. My BF has also started using my products, but he is not secretive. He is smug as hell. Feel my hair. It's so soft. This smelly cream made my face glow. Why did you change hair gels? The old one was so much better. He could not be more proud of his amazing discovery that my products have purposes and actually do things. Face cream is different than body lotion. Whoa, the man is costing me a fortune. But I don't have the heart to tell him. He's just so damn happy. I tried to break up, she said I was wrong. 3 years later still together. I do not accept. Dear Harvard, thank you for your interest in sending me a Harvard rejection letter. However, I have received many rejection letters this year. Therefore, after careful consideration, I have decided not to accept your rejection letter. Apostrophe. Dear student, after no consideration, we have made the decision as a whole to reject you. Rejecting our rejection letter, please F off. Harvard. Dear Harvard, that's a great argument. However, I fucked your mom. Get fucked, me and every other guy in the state. Sleeping on the bed with my going out clothes. I used to plop down immediately after I get home. That's just uncomfortable. For real. I didn't require input from the opposite sex to know that I didn't want to sleep in jeans. The way I organize things is wrong, but she knows where everything is all the time, so clearly her system works better than mine. My wife changes her mind regularly about what goes where. particularly in the kitchen. Spices that used to be here are now there, etc. I finally mounted a rack on the pantry door and they will forever go there, except that sometimes they are in alphabetical order and sometimes they are arranged by usage. I have a general idea on where I left what after not even touching it for a month. My GF can't find her vape she uses every hour. Makes me bonkers. It's like she plays hide and seek with herself. Apparently there is a rule for pillows on a queen-sized bed. I thought it required 2. My now wife was aghast and quickly corrected the amount to 7. But only 2 can actually stay on the bed while you sleep. The rest need to be thrown on the floor when you get in the bed. No, they have to be placed on the chair or dresser so that they are not on the floor. This is absolutely the correct answer. My so has yelled at me so many times when I go to put the extra, useless pillows on the floor. They have to go on the dresser or some other surface, just not on the floor. The bathroom trash can is only used for bathroom trash. Did you put food in the bathroom trash, mister? A beer bottle. That goes in the recycling, not the trash. Joking aside, I've learned a lot of good stuff, like caring for various things. For example, how to properly store fruits and vegetables so that they don't go bad. How to take care of textiles/clothes so that they can be used for longer, etc. Also that I didn't eat nearly enough fiber before. Loads of things. People say that their girlfriends nag a lot, but honestly there's a lot of good stuff to be learned if you just listen. People say that their girlfriends nag a lot, but honestly there's a lot of good stuff to be learned if you just listen. This is, regrettably sometimes, very true. I remember my grandfather once told me, marry a woman that worries about you, and I didn't know what he meant until I got into a serious relationship where we were living together. You may not want somebody to tell you that that's not how you store bananas or bread lasts longer if you freeze it and don't de-thaw it until near use, or to remind you to get that weird cough that won't go away checked out. But you should appreciate the fact that there's a person in the world who gives enough of a rest about you to tell you when you're being dumb. Apparently there is no acceptable place to trim my toenails, so I just have to wait for when she's not home. I'm a guy, but I make everyone in my family go outside to cut nails as they are pigs and won't clean them up afterwards. Apparently my farts will make a room uninhabitable. My buddies and I are all industrial workers and have generally lost our sense of smell. She is still quite capable of smelling. This is actually a great fear of mine. I've become accustomed to my own farts, so sometimes I let a silent one loose and forget that others might not be immune as I am. Women are as capable as men at chemical warfare. An old woman visited her doctor for help with a problem. Doc, I don't know what's wrong, but I fart all the time. It's weird because they are silent and odorless, but they keep coming out. In fact, I farted about 6 times just sitting here. What can I do? The doctor replied. Here, take one of these pills every morning and then come see me in a week. A week later, the old woman came back to the doctor and she was extremely upset. Doc, those pills didn't help. They made it worse. I'm still farting, but now they stink something fierce. The doctor replied. Calm down, madam. Now that we've cleared your sinuses, we can work on your hearing. Apostrophe. I breathe wrong. WTF. How the hell? You know the dangling thing in your throat? It allows you to make the Chewbacca noise. Well, mine stretched one time and never went back to the same size. The problem is sometimes, when I breathe now, when my nose is stuffed up because of this damn pollen, it sounds like a quiet snore, and apparently it's annoying. Married 8 years. Just play the Return of the GD song while you're breathing and she won't be able to say anything.